Hi everyone, good evening. Welcome to the third day of the cloud session under TechDrill. And we had to cancel the two sessions due to some personal issues and like health problems. So today we'll be talking about how we can use compute service and how we can use the benefits of storage provided by GCP. With that, over to you, Grace. Let's start the session and um, yeah, that's it. Bye bye. I'm there in the chat now.
Okay, so hi everyone. Like last day, we have talked about the Google Cloud Platform and the cloud services. So, like inside GCP, there is a multiple services you can use for building a large scale web applications. So, like in this today, I'm going to talk about the compute services and the cloud storage services. So, like here we will talk about the topic of day 3 and day 4 and day 5, where we will use the compute services where we can run our applications, and then create a simple web applications with the help of compute services. And then we'll talk about the cloud storage as a service which you can use for GCP platform. So let's talk about the compute services. So compute services inside a GCP, which is a part of the sections where we as a developer, we can run our code. Let's say you can write a code in C++ or JavaScript, PHP, Node.js. So you have a code and then you can run a code on the compute services. So inside a compute services, there is a multiple services. Like you can use compute engine, you can use app engine, you can use container engine, or you can use cloud run or the cloud functions. So there is a multiple services. It's totally up to you. Like you can write a code, you can choose any language or the technologies, and then you can put your code over these services, and then you can run these code. So I will talk about one by one about these services. Like mainly in this video or the section sessions, I will talk about compute services and the app engine. So first, I'll talk about the cloud functions. So cloud function is just like a serverless architecture where we as a developer, we just need to write a code and we just need to put our code onto the cloud functions. We don't need to worry about the infrastructure or managing the virtual machine, managing the scalability about our applications. So cloud function is a fully serverless architecture. We just need to focus on the code and then just deploy it. And this is very costly in terms of like services, because we just need to focus on the development part. We don't need to worry about the management or the customizations of our virtual machines. uh, and then we have an app engine which is less like customizable but highly managed service, where you can run your HTML like applications over the app engine. And whenever you are creating a REST APIs with the help of, let's say, Node.js or Express or let's say Python, then you can use the concept of Google App Engine where you can run your these REST APIs, and then you can perform CRUD operations with the help of these APIs. And this is very fast because like it's a fully managed service. But as compared to the, like if I talk about the cloud function is fully managed, but app engine is little bit fully managed. But here we have a lot of features in terms of customizations. We can provide an environment, let's say the standard environment or the flexible environment. Then we have another engine is called as Compute Engine. Compute Engine is just like as a fully customizable virtual machine, means the computer, where you can select the configurations of that particular virtual machines or the operating system. Let's say I wanted to select Debian OS for running my operate like code. So, like Compute Engine is just like it's a fully customizable service where you can run your code. Where we have a lot of configurations, like you can select the RAM type. Like let's say I wanted to select the virtual machine whose RAM is around 8 GB. We can define the storage type, the capacity. There are a lot of things you can use for the Compute Engine. So I'll talk about like how Compute Engine is more flexible for we as a developer, because it's provide highly customizable as a service, where we as a developer we can create a virtual machine. So virtual machine is just like operating system where we can select. So like here we have a lot of features in the Compute Engine. Like it's a predefined virtual machine, so you don't need to go to the purchasing the license about the operating system. Let's say I'm using Microsoft Windows. For that, I need to purchase the license for Microsoft Windows. But if I'm using the Compute Engine, there will be a predefined machine type. Then you can use those operating system. And also you can customize the machines, like you can customize the RAM, the networking load. You can do the types of the storage devices. Let's say you can use SSD for storing your data, or you can use like the normal optical drives, and it will support global load balancing. You don't need to worry about the managing of your scalability of your web applications. So here you can use the concept of load balancing, and there you can do a lot of things with the help of Compute Engine. So Compute Engine is the price is again like it's all about pay as you go. Like whenever you are using these services, you just need to pay accordingly. And yeah, there is a features like scalability. You can optimize the price of your infrastructure, and then there will be a lot of performance because you can customize the virtual machines. Like I can choose let's say SSD for storing my or running my code. and and you can provide an environment like flexible environment and the standard environment. So like I'll give you the demo about like how we can create a virtual machines with the help of Compute Engine, and then we can access these virtual machines over the GCP platform. So first, this is a main step. Like you just need to navigate uh, like Google Cloud Console, and then there will be a section for the Compute services, and then we have a Compute Engine. So I'll share my entire screen and then we'll give you the demo. Okay, so again, like this is my project dashboard. Like you can just visit the link cloud.google.com, and then there will be a section for the console, and then you can navigate to the console, and then here you can create a project. So let's say I wanted to create a project, you can click on the create project, and then here you can create a project. So as of now, I have created a project. My project name is Cloud Tech Drill Demo, and this is my GCP console dashboard. And you can check out all the services. You just need to click on all the products, and then here we have a lot of services. Like under the management kind of thing category, we have these set services. If I talk about the Compute services, where we can run our like the code or the applications. So here we have a Compute Engine, Kubernetes Engine, VM Engine, Anthos distributed cloud and the batches. And if I talk about the storage, like here we can store our data, then we have options for cloud storage, file store, or data transfer. And then for the analytics, we have a lot of services. Similarly, for the networking, we have a services. So, and then we have a serverless. Then we have a lot of options for the database. Like if you want to host your website, and then if you want to use GCP as a database, then you can use these database services. And then we have operations and the security, CI/CD. There are a lot of things. So now I'll talk about like how we can create a virtual machines with the help of Compute Engine. So like I'll just go to the Compute services. So here we have a Compute services, and then we have a section for the Compute Engine. So I'll click on the Compute Engine. Okay, so first we need to enable the Compute Engine API. So I'll click on the enable button, and then you just need to wait for a few seconds, and then you will be navigate to the Compute Engine section. If you have any questions, you can ask your questions till the time. Yeah. So here we have a section for the compute engine. Okay, so this is the main section for the compute engine. Here you can create instance. Instance is just like as a the VM. So let's say I wanted to create a VM or the virtual machines. Virtual machine is just like as a operating system where you can put your HTML, CSS, or the JavaScript file or any code which you have written with the help of any programming language. So let's click on the create instance, and here we have a section for creating instance. So there will be a price sections, like this is a by default configurations, and here there will be a estimate pricing for running this instance. So it will take around $25.46 for a month estimate. And here you can define the instance name. So let's say I'm defining my system name is tech cloud demo. And then if you want to create a labels, let's say in the company engine, there will be a, let's say if you have a multiple virtual machines, then you can define labels for like it's all about the categorizations. So here you can create a labels, and then you can like filter the virtual machines or the instance with the help of labels. And then you can select the reasons. So reason is just like the data center about the Google Cloud platform. So you can check out like GCP reason in the website. So in the website, so as of now in the by Google, like there will be a lot of reasons, and like these all are the reasons. So I can deploy my the compute services or the virtual machines in the Delhi region, or I can select Mumbai. It's totally up to you. You can define any reasons. So here we have a configurations, like if you want to host your virtual machines, let's say the Asia Pacific, then we have a these services available. So green symbol means like in this region, you can host your compute engine. Let's say I wanted to use host my virtual machines over the multi-regional support, then we can use these type of reasons. So as of now, I have selected use central, and then you can select any zone. So zone is just like there will be a region, and inside there will be a multiple zones. So if I talk about Asia, inside Asia there will be a multiple countries. So similarly, you can create a define the zone, and then you can define the types of the machine configuration. So like there will be a lot of configurations. Let's say you can use the first generations of the computing process, or you can use the E2 process. It's totally up to you. You can check out the difference between E2 and 2 over the Google, and then you can select. And right now I'm using N1 series, which is first generations. Cost will be little bit down, and then you can define the machine type. Here we have a configuration. So let's say my machine type is single core CPU, and the RAM is around 3.75 GB as a RAM. I can select different like dual core CPU, and the RAM is around 7.5 GB. So it's totally up to you. Like if you want to go for the higher configurations, then you can use N1. Here we have a 96 CPU, 96 core CPU, and the RAM is around 86.4 GB as a RAM. So as of now, I'm using very less configurations. So here we have a N1 standard one. So here we am using for single core CPU with RAM is around 4 GB. And then you can also customize the things. It's totally up to you. And then there will be a section for okay. So and then there will be a section for, let's say, GPU. If you want to add a GPU for more processing, then you can use the concept of GPU. And if you want to make this virtual machine as a confidential, then you can enable this one. And if you want to make this virtual machine over the containerized architecture, then you can deploy this virtual machine over the container. And then my like the virtual operating system is as of now the Debian OS, which is a part of Linux 11. So if you want to change the operating system of your virtual machine, then you click on the change button, and then here we have a multiple operating system. So let's say we can use CentOS, you can use container optimized operating system, or you can use Debian, you can use Fedora, Fedora's core OS. So there is a multiple virtual machines or the operating system you can use. So let's say I wanted to use Windows Server, so I can click on the Windows Server operating system, and inside Windows Server I can use multiple, let's say, version of that particular operating system. So right now I'm using Debian, which is open source. So I don't need to pay the license about this operating system. And then here, like I can select the uh, the the type of my hard drive. So you can use standard persistent device, the external persistent device. It's totally up to you. You can choose balance device, and then you can allocate the size about your hard drive. So as of now, I have allocated the size of my uh, the operating system. The hard drive is around 10 GB. I'll click on the save, and then configuration is selected, and it will refresh the price. So it will take around 25 USD for running this instance for a month. And then we can allow the security, like this virtual machines is accessible within a like multiple cloud services within a GCP. So you can provide these kind of access. So I can provide a individual services. Let's say this virtual machine will be accessible with, let's say, uh, like this service inside the GCP platform. So you can do this kind of configurations, and also you can provide a firewall. Like your virtual machine will be accessible through HTTP traffic or the HTTPS traffic. So if you want to make secure your applications or the virtual machines, then you can use HTTP as a firewall, and then click on the create virtual machines. So then you need to wait for a few minutes, and then your virtual machine will be created. So here my virtual machine is creating. Yeah. So my virtual machine is ready. So here my virtual machine is ready. You can check out the informations, like here status is right. Like my virtual machine is ready. It's deployed in this particular zone. And then here we have an external IP, and here we have an internal IP. And then you can access these virtual machines with the help of SSH. So SSH is just like as a terminal where you can access your the operating system. So I'll click on the SSH, and then you can access these virtual machines. So you just need to wait for a few seconds, and then you will be navigated to the terminal of your that particular virtual machines. So I've just entered the VM. We have created this VM. So I'm accessing this VM with the help of this SSH, the terminal. So here I can create any file or the directory. So it's all about the Linux command. So let's say I type ls command to check the available files inside that particular directory, then you can use ls command. So let's say I wanted to create a file. So you can create a file with the help of touch, and then file name. So let's say I'm typing a file name is hello.txt, and we have created a file. So let's say I wanted to check the file. So here I can use the command touch, or you can check file is created or not. So you just click on ls, and then there will be a file. And then you can check out the file or read the file with the help of command name is cat command, and then file name. It's a basic command for the Linux operating system. So here we don't have a content because we have just created a file. So file is empty. And if you want to create some content in the file, then you can use Vim. Vim is a editor, and then you can type vim hello.txt. So I've just entered the text editor, which is a part of Linux operating system. So let's say I can type anything like welcome to tech drill. So if you want to write some content, then you can write Here I'm typing, let's say, hello from TechDrill. So I've created a simple TXT file. I have written some text, and this is a Vim text editor. So let's say I wanted to save this file, then you need to press escape and then click on WQ. Means I'm closing this applications and saving the informations. Uh, Yeah, so QW. Okay. And then we can check out the informations about that particular file. So we can use cat hello.txt. So here I can read the file, the content of the file with the help of cat command. So this is a simple virtual machines we have created, and inside virtual machines we have performed some operations. So similarly, you can create a folders, you can do a lot of things. It's just a normal virtual machines or the operating system, so you can perform anything. Like you can use this operating system, let's say for writing some program, or you can use this operating system for, let's say, for the analytics purpose. So it's totally up to you how you can use this virtual machines. And even you can install the server inside that particular virtual machines, and then you can use this virtual machine as a server, and then you can host your applications. So this is a demo about the virtual machines, how we can create a virtual machines with the help of Compute Engine. So I'll just close this one, and there is a multiple things like in the sections here we have a uh, like if you want to stop your virtual machine. So right now my virtual machine is running, so then you can stop your virtual machine. You just need to click on the stop button. And let's say if you wanted to reset your virtual machines, the configurations or the windows, the operating system, then you can click on the reset. And you can also check out the network informations, how much network is taking for running the virtual machines. So here we have a the firewalls. Like as of now we have enabled HTTPS as a firewall. Like only secure like who's have a HTTPS connections, they can able to see access the virtual machines. And this is my external IP. With the help of this IP, user can navigate to the virtual machines. And then we have a the configurations for the compute engine. So here we can create a template for the instance. So let's say I have created the configurations about this virtual machines. So if I want to create a replica of that particular virtual machines, so what I can do, I can create a, like say, template, and I can use this template on a multiple times for creating a multiple virtual machines. Or if you have created a backup of that particular virtual machines, then you can import that virtual machines with the help of import keyword. And then we have a machine images. So here you can store the machine images, like the ISO file of that particular virtual machines. And then we have a tensor processing unit, where if you are, let's say, working on a highly processing computing system, then you can use the TPU as a instance. And then we have a storage, let's say I have allocated 10 GB for this particular virtual machines, and the type of my storage is balanced persistent disk. And then you can create a snapshot. Snapshot is just like the backup temporarily. And then we have images. Like here you can create an image of your virtual machines. So here we have a lot of images. So now, like this is how we can create a virtual machines with the help of Compute Engine. As I mentioned, like Compute Engine is highly customizable. Like you can scale, you can make a performance. Like you can like configure your virtual machines. Let's say I wanted to use 84 GB as a RAM, then I can use the 84 GB as a RAM. Now I'll talk about the App Engine. So App Engine is a fully managed service. So with the help of App Engine, you can like host your web applications. So similarly, in the Compute Engine, you can also host your web applications. But if I talk about the App Engine, which is very easy in terms of developing or deploying the web applications. So what I'll do, I'll just go to the view all products, and then we have a App Engine. Or if you're not finding, then click on the search button, and then you will find App Engine. Here we have an App Engine. Okay. Yeah. So let's say the app engine this is a section for the app engine. So what I'll do, let's say I wanted to host let's say some website. So what I'll do, like here, let's say I've created a sample repository with on GitHub. So here in the repository sections, I have created a simple resume, like the simple resume you can create with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So here we have created a resume. Like here you can mention the name, you can mention the descriptions, you can mention the city you are belonging, and then you can mention the, let's say, the bio section, and you can define the social media links. So I have created this like repository. So what I'll do, I'll just post this repository over chat. Yeah. So here we have a compute engine. So what I'll do, I'll let me create a one more project so that will be easy for you. So let's say comp app engine demo. I'll create a new project for I'll give you the demo like how we can host your website over the app engine. So for deploying your website over the app engine, so first you need to create a app.yaml file. So app.yaml file is basically we are using where we can define the configurations about the virtual machines or the environment of our applications. So first we have a structure. Let's say whenever you are creating applications and wanted to run your applications over the app engine, so this is the architecture. Like first we need to create a app.yaml file, and then there will be a directory. You can provide a directory name as www. Directory means the folder, and inside folder you can create a website. So you can create a website with the help of CSS file or the JavaScript file, and then you can put let's say a directory name as images, and inside directory you can put your images, and then we have index.html file. So again, like app.yaml file is the configurations about your applications, the app engine configurations, like what type of RAM, what type of applications I'm running, what type of languages I'm using. So let's say I'm using Node.js for hosting my applications over the Node app engine. You can use, let's say, Python. So it's totally up to you. So this is the configurations about app.yaml file. So here we just need to select like write runtime Python's 24/27 means I'm using the Python 2 for uh, this app engine environment. And this is the API version 1. And then here we have a predefined configurations name is thread shape is equal to true. And then here we have a handlers. So let's say if I open the URL base URL, then I will directly jump to the www directory, and inside directory there will be a file which will be a by default file whenever the URL is this the by default directory, the index.html. So whenever I'm uploading some file, then there will be these things. So here you can create inside www directory, you can create HTML page. It's a normal HTML file. So you can do this way. So now, as of now, we have created a project. So I can just navigate to my project app engine demo. And then here we have a dashboard. So let's say if you haven't created any applications over the app engine, so this is the dashboard for the app engine. Here we have a section for the services. So inside app engine you can create multiple services, like you can host version 1 of your applications, you can host version 2 of your applications, or you can use services as a micro services architecture. Let's say you are working on a backend, so you can create a microservices with the help of services of platform. And also you can define a versioning about your deployment. And then we have a instance. So let me create applications over the app engines. So what I'll do, I'll click on the create applications. So again, I can select the reason. So here we have a multiple reasons. So let's say I wanted to you host my app engine over the Mumbai region. So I click on the Mumbai region and then click on the next button. Okay, so we just created an app engine. Here we can define the language. So let's say I have created a website. So we can create a website with the help of JavaScript mainly. So here we can select the languages, the Node.js, and then you can define the environment. So you can use standard environment and you can use flexible environment. So flexible environment will give you more flexibility. You can define the configurations. But I'm using a standard environment. And yeah, so here we have a simple step like for like you can host your web applications over the app engine with the help of Google Cloud SDK. So you can download this Google Cloud SDK in your operating system. So I'll click on the download SDK button, and then here, yeah, click on get started. So let's say if you are working on a Windows, then you can install this Google Cloud SDK in your operating system, and then you can access this GCP entire platform with the help of uh, the Google Cloud SDK. But if you are not if you don't want to use Google Cloud SDK, you can still access the Google Cloud platform with the help of the Cloud Shell, which is again a terminal which is predefined by the Google Cloud. Like there will be a section for active Cloud Shell. So you can click on the active Cloud Shell, and which is again a terminal, which is a part like which will be a similar to the Google Cloud SDK. So here, like I have a terminal. Now, let's say I wanted to host this applications over the Google App Engine. So what I'll do, I'll just click on the cloning link, and I'll type git clone. So like you can check ls command. So there, as of now, there is a simple file. So you can check out the simple file, the informations. So you can click use cat information, the cat command, read me. So here we have informations inside this txt file. So what I'm doing, I'm cloning this repository inside the app engines. So I'll type git clone and then my repository name. So my repository, this one. So here I will put my repository. So actually, I'm cloning this repository over the app engine. So here I have cloned the repository. So what I'll do here, I will click just type the command ls. So inside ls, as of now, after cloning the repository, here we have a directory. So you can navigate to that particular directory with the help of cd command. So what I'll do here, I'll just type cd and then we'll type app engine demo. So I'll just navigate it to this particular directory, and then we can run the command ls for checking the file inside that particular directory. So we have app.yaml file, then we have a readme file, and then we have a www as a directory. So if you want to check the www directory, then you can just type cd www directory. And then we have a ls command, and then you can check here we have a file index.html. So I'm just jumping the file with the help of cd command as a change directory. If you want to, let's say, move to the back, the parent directory, then you can use cd dot command, cd dot. So cd, yeah, cd dot. Okay, so I'm just right now in the this particular directory. My directory name is app engine demo. So my I just clone the code. Now I wanted to deploy this applications over the Google App Engine. So there is a simple command for hosting your applications over the App Engine. You just need to use this command gcloud app deploy, and within a single command you can host your like applications over the app engine. So what I'll do here, I will type gcloud app engine. and then enter. Uh, yeah, sorry, in app deploy. So first it will ask you for authorizing the terminal. So I'm authorizing this terminal with my Google account. So I have authorized this terminal, and then it will ask me uh, like the description, the path, and the source and the targeted directory. So I'll click on the yes button, and then it will upload the file over the Google App Engine. And yeah, as of now, I'm unable to deploy this applications over the App Engine because I'm using free account. So what I'll do here, like if you have a billing account, you just need to go to the billing account. So I'll just going to the billing account. So click on, or you can link the billing account. So here I have a billing account name is this one. So, so what I'll do here, I'll just switch to the another project that will be easy for, yes, yeah. So the same thing, like here we have ls directory, inside we have an app engine demo, and this project is linked with that particular billing account. So you can just navigate to the directory like with the help of cd command, and then enter. So right now I'm in the directory, so you can just run G Cloud app deploy. So I'll type G Cloud app deploy. So with this help of single command, you can host your the website. So I'll type yes button, and then it will start deploying the website.
Prit, Sudhanshu has asked some question if you may look into chat as well.
Yeah. Yeah, G Cloud, let's say if you are using Google Cloud SDK, so let's say I'm using Google Cloud SDK for a project. So you can, here you can use, like here you can type, like if you have already installed uh, the SDK in your operating system, then you can use here the command gcloud init for initializing the project. But here, if you are using this Cloud Shell, you don't need to like initialize the project. Okay, so my website is deployed, the applications is deployed. You can check out the applications. You just need to type the command gcloud app browse. So I'll type gcloud app browse. So this is a link. I can open this link, and yeah, this website is working on a GCP app engine. So you can still access this link. Yeah. So this is a simple example. Like we have created a simple repository, and you can check change the informations. Let's say here I will type hello tag drill. So what I'll do here in the I'll go to the www directory, and then here we have an edit section in the repository. So what I'll do here, I will log in with my GitHub account. So let's say I'll type hello tag drill. So here we have a content. There's a content. See here, let's say I'm replacing this my name with GDT Jalandhar, and then I'll click on the commit button, and the repository is updated. So what I'll do, I just need to host the applications once again. So what I'll do here, I just again git clone, or you can use git pull. So what I'll do here, I'll just go git run the command git pull for uploading a file. So here the file is updated, and then we need to run the again command name is zcloud at deploy for hosting the new version of my website. So I'll type gcloud app deploy. Yes, billing account is required for running your applications over the GCP because this is highly managed service, and yeah, it will require a credit card, and you need to add a billing account. But if you are a new user, then you can like just go to the console.cloud.google.com, and then you can sign up with your Gmail account, and then you will get $300 for the trial period, and then you can utilize these $300 for, let's say, for learning or for applications or hosting your applications. And also we have shared the the labs, so you can check out the labs or skillspush.google.com. So here we have a path directory, like you can click on the get started with Google Cloud Learning, and then we have the course name is we are following Google Cloud Fundamentals. Click on this one, and then you can check out the videos. So here we are using the compute engine, the app engine, so you can check out the videos accordingly. So my application is deployed. What I'll do here, I will reload the page. You just need to wait for a few more seconds. Yeah, Cloud app browse. It will take some time for reflecting, but yeah, the file is updated. Now, like this is how we can host our applications. So as of now, I have explained two things: the compute services and the app engine. So with the help of compute services, you can customize the virtual machines, and over the virtual machines, you can install the server. So here in the market, we have a lot of servers, like you can use Nginx, you can install, let's say, Apache, and then you can put the clone the repository over the compute engine, and then you can host your web applications. And again, this is a little bit hectic task for the developers, but if you are going for the managed services, then you can use the compute engine, sorry, the app engine. So here we just need to create a repository, and then we need to clone the repository, and we just need to type one single command. My command name is uh, the gcloud app deploy app. With a single command, then you can able to host your website. Okay, so now again, I'll go to the app engine. So here, the basic information is about the app engine. So you will get the log report about the users, like how many requests are coming from the app engine for the client side. And this is all about the bandwidth, and you can check out the current load. And as I mentioned, like you can create a multiple endpoints, or you can create a microservices. So here you can use like as of now I'm running this microservices, so which is by default as a service name is, and this is version 3. And yeah, there is a cron jobs. You can provide firewall of the rules. And also if you can go to the settings part. So as of now my application is running on the by default domain name is cloudvector.as.r.appspot.com. So what you can do, you can connect this the domain with your, let's say, purchase domain. So let's say I purchase the domain from GoDaddy. The name is tagdrill.gdgjalandhar.com. Then here you just need to add your domain, and then you need to update the CNAME and the record txt record. And then when the user will open the website, it will be open with over the Google Cloud Platform. Now also you can use the CI/CD platform, which is name is Cloud Build. uh, Cloud Build is a CI/CD platform where you can, like, whenever the user will update the repository, you can automatically trigger the some sort of things, like it will automatically deploy. So you can use the concept of Cloud Build where you can define the configurations. So here we can create a trigger. So let's say I haven't created a trigger. So you can create a trigger. Let's say my trigger name is auto deployment, and then you can define the branch. So as of now I'm defining a branch. So here my repository name, first you need to connect the repository. So like you can connect the repository over the multiple uh, the tools, like you can use GitHub, you can use GitHub Enterprises. If your company is working on a big bucket, then you can use big bucket, and then you can connect your repository with the help of big bucket. And also you can use big bucket data centers, and there are multiple things. GitHub legacy. So first you need to authenticate the GitHub account with that particular cloud bill, and then you can connect. And then here you need to define the configurations, and you can host your website with the help of cloud build. So what I'll do here, I will give you the demo. Like so this is how like how we are hosting multiple services with the help of cloud build. So we have created a like packet trigger productions. So whenever the user will update the repository, so what I'll do, I'll just collect the code from the main repository, and then we will deploy the applications over the app engine. So you can define these configurations with the help of cloud YAML file, and then you can create a trigger. So let's say I wanted to, this is a history about the deployment. So my latest code is deployed on that particular timing and the durations of that particular deployment, and you can check out the informations, the commit informations also. Like here we have a commit informations like the latest changes in the code. And if you can go to the build things, then we have a logs report about the deployment. So now the next services is Google Cloud Storage Services. So Google Cloud Storage Services we are using for storing a block type of data. So let's say if you have a PDF file, images file, or let's say media file. So sometimes user need to create applications where we need to upload or store the informations about the images or the video file. Then you can use the cloud storage. So here in the directory, you can just click on the cloud storage button. So here we have a cloud storage. So inside cloud storage, you can create a buckets. So bucket is just like as a group of sections. Inside that particular group, you can store multiple images, audio file, the block type of informations in a bucket. So let's say I wanted to create a bucket. So my bucket name is the create like bucket. So here we have a bucket name, let's say test bucket. And then if you want to provide some labels, then you can provide the labels. Uh, it's already taken by 101, and click on the continue was, and then I wanted to host this bucket over the which reason. So I can select the single reason. So let's say I wanted to host this bucket, like where I can put my PDF file, audio file on a specific reason. So I can, let's say I wanted to select Delhi regions. So here we have a South Asia 2 as a reason, and which is a low latency. Low latency means, so let's say some user is in US region and accessing this bucket, then there will be a lot of like network related slow. But if the user is inside India and accessing this bucket, so the latency will be very low. So I'll click on this button, continue button, and then this is a storage classes. So you storage classes is just like, so let's say like we have a storage classes like standard classes, the near line, code line, and the archive. So let's say we have a information where we need to put our informations or the PDF file for the long term basis. So then you can use the classes of the store bucket is archive. So as of now, the best practice is like whenever you are frequently accessing the PDF file, audio file inside the bucket, then you can use standard. Then click on the continue button, and then you can define the access of that particular bucket. So let's say I'll click on the public, means any file inside that the bucket, it will be publicly accessible, means anyone can, users can read the file or the PDF file or access the image file or video file inside the bucket. The access is public. Click on the continue button, and then this is a protection tools. So I'm not using any protection tools. Like if you are using data recovery kind of tools, then you can use. So what I'll do, I'll click on the continue, click on the create bucket. So my bucket is created. So here, this is my bucket, and inside bucket is just like as a Google Drive. So here you can upload or create a folder. So let's say I want to create a folder. So you can create a folder name is, let's say, test. So inside test file, you can upload let's say you can upload a file. So it's totally up to you. So what I'll do here, so let's say yeah. So let's say I have a file. So I will upload this file over this bucket. File is uploaded, businessback.png. So I can check out the information of that particular file. And let's say the file, here we have a metadata about that particular files, the types of the file, the size, the created, modification timestamp, and this is a authentication URL, and this is a like the basic informations. So here, if you want to update the metadata, so you can update the metadata about that particular file. You can provide access. So here, I haven't created a uniform bucket, but if you want to create a uniform bucket of that particular for providing a public access, then you can do that. And also in the storage bucket, you will get the version history. So let's say I have created this file back, businessback.png. But let's say if some user is deleted this particular file, but still you can check out the version history, and then you can like restore the file with the help of version history. And yeah, there is a multiple things, the encryptions, it's not a public, you can like manage the configurations. So here we have a section for the permissions. So switch to the yeah. Okay, so here, like you will get the URL. So what I'll do, I'll click on the URL and I can access this URL. Uh, like I can use this URL on a multiple web applications or and there is a set of functions you can call these functions, and you can upload the files over the Google Cloud Storage. And yeah, there is a lot of things like you can provide a permissions, you can provide protections, you can define the life cycles, and there here we have a objects. And yeah, like if you want to create a multiple buckets, you can create a buckets. And if you want to, let's say, remove the buckets, then there will be a section for the delete section. And yeah, the same things is simple. So if I talk about in summary way, like first I have talked about the compute engine. With the help of compute services or the compute engine, where we can create a virtual machines and we can do a lot of things. Like it's a normal operating system, so you can perform anything. Like you can run your code, you can test your code, you can, let's say, you can do some analytics kind of things over the virtual machines with the help of compute engine. Then I have talked about the app engine, which is very highly manageable service. We don't need to config the virtual machines. We just need to focus on the code. So this is like, for example, I focus on the code and I've created a repository, and after that, I just need to navigate to the SDK or the Cloud Shell, and then you can clone the repository and then you can deploy the website or the applications with the help of single command name is gcloud app deploy. And then I have talked about the cloud storage, where you can store the blob type of informations, object type of informations over the Google Cloud Storage as a bucket. And inside storage, we can create a multiple buckets, and it's look like as a Google Drive. And for the developers, here we have a lot of functionalities. Like if you can go to the developer documentations about the Google Cloud Storage, then you will get a lot of functions. Like let's say I've created a Node.js applications where we have a file, we can upload the file with the help of some set of functions, and your file will be uploaded into that particular directory. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can ask your questions. I'm open for the questions. Yeah. So you can check out the Cloud Skill the website where we have resources. Like you can check out the informations or the video you can check out. And then yeah, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me on Discord server. I'll be happy to help you for building your cloud solutions over the GCP. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Have a great day ahead. We'll share the recording on the Discord channel itself. So stay tuned to that. Good night. If you have any questions, you can unmute yourself or ask the questions in the chat, or else you can drop the questions in Discord as well.